I don't agree with your other two guests at all. Here's how I feel. First of all, we do take care of people's mental health. I don't know that people know it, and I know that with the Got Talent...
You want me to show you the receipt?
With the Got Talent, I'm there.
Here.
Can you... you know what?
Howie speak?
If you're not going to listen, then...
Well, I think a contestant on the show should perhaps
She
can have her chance to respond, but let
staff.
Howie say what he wants to say. There's been a charge against him. He doesn't care.
We do have psychologists...
Howie.
Can I just respond? We have psychologists on staff. When we feel that something, and I know they do it on all the Got Talent, even around the world, and at BGT also, if we feel that somebody is going south a little bit, there is somebody there to talk to them, and we do watch over them. But here's my point. This is not a talent thing. In fact, Liam, if he came to a talent thing, his outcome was great. The people who are rejected have the harder time. The point that I'm making is Liam talked publicly about his mental health and his drug addiction and problems years and years ago. And the reason show business puts a light on it is if you have a manager at the bank that is putting too much pressure on you and wants you to produce, no matter if you're at the bank, if you're in construction, if you have a lot of kids and you can't handle it and you break up, people around you have to be compassionate and take care of you. And the fact that there's a spotlight on television, it doesn't happen more. Just like marriages don't break up more on television,
but
stars and movie stars than they do at the bank.
Yeah, Howie, let me bring in... Katie, you can respond to that. I mean, what I would say, though, about Liam, who I didn't know very well. I know some of the other members of the band, One Direction, much better. Niall is a good friend of mine and so on. Clearly, Niall and Harry Styles and Louis, they've all built incredibly successful solo careers. I've covered many boy bands over the years where some of them end up doing a lot better than the others when they go solo. At what point does Simon Cowell or the team on X Factor 15, 16 years ago have an ongoing duty of care to someone like Liam, who's now 31, leading his own life, no longer been working for them for a very long period of time? At what point do you have a duty of care that moves on from there?
And yet these shows would describe these people as their family.
Well, I'm asking Katie for her response to that.
Thank you very much. And, you know, as much as I respected everybody else now for talking, I'd like just the floor for a couple of minutes. I knew before coming on here that this would be the direction that this narrative took. That's fine. I'm more than prepared for it. I was a contestant in 2010. I know that was a long time ago. That was 14 years ago, right? During our time, of which Liam and the band and Cher Lloyd and Rebecca Ferguson and so on and so forth were on the show, there was no duty of care upheld. The welfare officer was absolutely unqualified beyond measure, of which there is evidence of, and I will happily stand in front of a judge and show all of this.
Well, you're going to come to that. Look, we can't preempt what's going to happen in your...
question?
Hang on one second.
Did you need help?
Katie, hang on. Katie, you're taking legal action against Psycho. That's fine. That will all play out now. There'll be a due process there about what went on. So let's not get into those specifics because they're not here to defend themselves.
But did she need help?
They will be.
Did she need help then?
Well, no, I'm going to ask you this, Katie, which is...
help then?
I would ask Katie this. You know, you came, I think, 10th on X Factor, OK? And then you did some other reality show after that. So clearly it couldn't have been that awful. You wouldn't have done another reality show.
Really?
Right. Well, it couldn't have been. Otherwise, why put yourself back in it?